welcome to today's video. As you can see from the title of this video, I'm going to be showing you my 3 go-to nail arts. Basically just doing some nail art on my nails and letting you enjoy that. You did request this back in June. A few of you did ask. Back when I did my leopard print nail, a couple of you saw on Instagram and inboxed me, and a couple of you said it in the comments, and a couple of you said it on my YouTube. And that was like back in June, and I kind of failed to film it because I had already had it on my nails, and then I didn't want to take it off just to film it, so I like waited until I needed to take it off, then did it. And so it kind of took a while for me to get these 3 filmed. These only took really like 30 minutes, maybe 45, to do both my hands by myself. I don't have shaky hands unless I've had a lot of caffeine. I don't get shaky hands or anything like that. I am quite ambidextrous, so I can use my left hand pretty well. So I've tried to do like my easy version of nail art, but I do appreciate that everyone has different skill level. You'll probably look at mine and think it's really messy, and others will think, oh my god, I don't know how to do that. So yeah, you know, you asked for a bit of nail art. I think it's something different, and I feel like nails, unlike makeup, are one of those things where they're relevant all year round. So, you know, if I use a palette that's really summery on my eyes, you won't really want to be viewing that at Christmas time. Whereas if I do the nail art that I've gone today, which is like swirly patterns, you can just change up these slightly summery colours for more festive colours, like a green and red or red and a gold. So I feel like nail art and nail polish keeps its relevance throughout the year. You just switch the colours that you want to switch. So yeah, I don't want to ramble too much. I just want to quickly talk about a few of the products that I love and that I go to, like my go-tos for my nails, and what I use to do nail art. And then we'll get in with the 3 nail art looks that I've done. I can do more, I just didn't want to bombard you with loads and loads of different looks. If you'd like me to do 3 more looks, like 3 different looks, I can definitely do that. I will do a shorter turnaround this time because it took me a while to figure the setting as well, like how to film it, because I couldn't really film it on this camera, and I tried to paint my nails outside as much as I can so the fumes aren't everywhere. Not that you needed to know that, but what I'm trying to say is it took me a while to understand how to film these videos, and to get good lighting, and so that you could see what was going on the whole time. So now that I know how to do that and what a good method for me to do that is, if you want to see any more nail art after today, just let me know. Thumbs this video up, let me know that you've enjoyed this video, comment down below if there's any particular nail art that you'd like to see. And yeah, let's talk about the products that are my go-to at the moment. So I want to just quickly start at removal. For nail polish removal, I use Cheetah. I have another bottle, which I think is the Nourish. Yeah, I have the Nourish, which is the green bottle, and this is the Strength Shield one. I mean, they all have different ones. There's like a vitamin E one, which is a bit more oily if you've got quite dry nails. This is the Strength Shield fast acting enriched formula with vitamins E and B5 and hydrolyzed silk, whatever that means. It's about £2.50 for a bottle, or £2 if you can get it on offer. It is a little bit more expensive for 200ml. I just feel like this does a world of a difference for my nails in comparison to using maybe a cheaper bottle, like the £1 500ml acetone that you get from Poundland or Wilkinson's, just cheap places like that. Don't get me wrong, I have used those, that's what I used to use in the past, but I feel like as I'm getting older, and I know I'm only 23, but as I'm getting older, my nails aren't as youthful as they used to be, especially because I do my nails all the time. And I've just noticed that I need to just take care of my nails a bit more. I do use hand creams and things like that, but I'm not including anything like that in today's video. But Cheetah I just find to be a really, really good nail polish removal brand. I've found that they've always treated my nails very, very well, and that I've had no problems with them so far. So yeah, really, really like this brand. This is the bottle that I'm currently using. If the camera will focus today, come on ma'am. And yeah, it's just really, really nice. It doesn't smell too acetone, which is what I like. I love the bottle, I love the whole ergonomic of it. I think it's a really beautiful bottle as well. And yeah, I just stand by them. I won't go to another brand now. I know that this works, and it's a really, really nice, I'd say affordable, but you know, it's a good brand. And I just use that with some cotton rounds. I try to use fair trade, so here it is fair trade cotton. I have no idea where these are from. I think they're just from Sainsbury's, yeah. But you can recycle the bag. I know cotton isn't that great for like the planet, like too much consumption of cotton, but it's the only thing I haven't found an eco-friendly version to take off my nail polish. I was going to do the whole rag thing, but I can recycle a rag, so it's kind of like swings and roundabouts. But yeah, I try to use at least fair trade cotton nowadays, and this I can recycle in my local recycling area. So that's what I use for nail polish removal. I have got a few tools here. I haven't used them all, admittedly. I've got 2 more hanging around behind the camera there, which I have used recently for this one. But these are just some dotting tools. So we've got some brushes on this end, and then on this end we've got the dotting tools. Now, I don't think the brush is immediately necessary. I don't think a dotting tool is immediately necessary. I used a long time just like a toothpick, like a cocktail stick, a toothpick. And toothpicks and cocktail sticks can have different widths. If you snap them in half, you can have almost like a round stamper. I think if you only want to dabble into nail art and you don't want to do it on a regular occurrence, you just want to have one go at it, don't bother buying loads of tools. You know, you can use an old dried out ballpoint pen. I've used that tons and tons of times before. And that works as well. It just acts like a dotting tool, and then if you want you can just use like an old paintbrush and just cut off a few of the hairs and use a paintbrush like this. But if you are more into nail art like I am and you do enjoy it, I do find this to be a good investment. They are really, really pretty. Like, they have all these beautiful crystals inside. Let me just show you one on camera. So this one here has the dotting tool on the end and then the brush on the other end. It is very fine, so if you can't see, I'm really sorry, but it's got these like beautiful crystals inside. Can you see that? I'm not sure, but it's really, really pretty. This comes in a pack of, is it a pack of 7? Yeah, pack of 7. I think it was like just under £10. I think it was that much, like £8, £10, something like that. I can link it down below in the description bar so that you can go buy it on Amazon if you want it. But you get a selection of them all in different sizes, so you get different types of brushes, different types of like balls, so you can do different blobs and things like that. And for me, I mean, I wouldn't say 7 of that necessary, but just having a little bit of variety is quite nice. And I would recommend them if you are into nail art and you want a few tools and you're just enjoying the whole experience. They are quite cool to own. I also wanted to show you what I use as my nail spray. This isn't a necessity, but I am quite an impatient person and I like my nails to be dry as quick as possible. And when you do nail art, there tends to be quite a lot of layers. It depends on what nail art you do, but you do get kind of a build-up of layers. And so because I'm impatient, I need my nail polish to dry as quickly as possible. One thing to do this is to be outside when you do it. Just the sun, the air helps your nails to dry much quicker. But I don't know where my spray bottle is and it's concerning me, but I've got a picture of it on here for you without hitting myself in the face. On my laptop here, hopefully my screen's not blurry or anything. It kind of looks a bit grubby here. It's the Elegant Touch Fast Drying or Quick Drying Nail Spray. This is, how much is this on Amazon? This is £2.55, normally £3. Okay, so like £2 to £3. And this is really, really good. I really rate this. This lasts me a long time. I don't go like psh, I just kind of like my impressions on each nail, and I just find it does soothe my cuticles. It doesn't dry them out. It just kind of enriches the nail and makes it dry faster. I don't know how it works, it just does. It says it dries your nails in 60 seconds. It's enriched with natural oils and vitamin E, and it leaves a glossy high shine finish, and I would agree with all of those statements. I have continuously repurchased this product and I do stand by it, and I would say like it's something that I highly do recommend it for someone that likes to do their nails and likes to do nail art and doesn't want to sit around for ages. I'd say 60 seconds to 2 minutes and your nails are practically dry. Like, I probably wouldn't do the washing up, but I wouldn't be afraid to touch them, if that makes any sense. So that's the spray I use, and I do find that really helpful during nail art because it dries the layers in between so that I don't get that tacky, cushiony feeling on my nails. As far as nail polishes go, I'd say you've got to stick with a formula that you're comfortable with. I know a lot of people are dedicated to the likes of Essie. I'm very, very like so-so about that brand. Like, I think they're nice and they do some nice polishes, but I think they're a little bit expensive. I've tried out a couple of Orly nail polishes. They're about £10 each, and I find that they can be too expensive. I really want to try Kathleen Light's nail polish brand, but I feel like once the shipping and everything, I'm like, ugh. No thanks. And I have an assortment of nail polishes. I have a whole glossy box just full of a variety of brands, but one brand that I am absolutely so passionate about and absolutely love to the core is Barry M. I would say I have upwards of 50 to 60 nail polishes from Barry M alone, like just that brand. I have been a fan of Barry M nail polish since maybe 14, 15 years old, like secondary school, just starting secondary school. I love Barry M. I think their price point is great. I think their formula is great. I think their colour selection is great. And I've just never been let down by them. So yeah, you know, you're looking at Essie, which is like £8 to £12, I believe, £8 to £10. And then you get Barry M, which is £3 to £5. And then if you go into Boots and Superdrug on a 3 for 2, you can get 3 nail polishes for literally less than £10. And I think that's brilliant. Barry M nail polish typically lasts about a week on me. I am an office worker. I'm not like a construction worker. I'm not using my hands in that sense, but I do use my hands a lot all day to do my job. I'm typing, I'm writing, and just like I generally live life as well. I love cooking. I don't love doing the washing up, but I do the washing up and things like that. So I am using my hands constantly. I do go from a long to short style, so just to tell you all these things. But I find that Barry M is a great nail polish brand for me, and I really, really bond with them and their ethics, and I've just enjoyed watching the brand grow and develop over the time since I was 14 to now 23. I've enjoyed the brand for nearly 10 years. And yeah, I really like their nail polishes. So if you don't know what nail polishes to buy, maybe just go past Barry M. They did base their whole brand on nail polishes once upon a time, and I just feel like they know what they're doing, and at a really great price point and a good colour selection too. So, I mean, not sponsored or anything like that. It'd be great if they did, but I'm just saying that they are a brand to look for. But yeah, enough of me babbling. Here are my 3 kind of go-to nail arts that I like to do. Again, if you want to see any other different nail arts, some seasonal ones perhaps, I could do that maybe. I'm not sure. If you want to see it, I'll do it, but yeah, just let me know and I can do those. But yeah, go ahead and enjoy. I'll probably do a little voiceover now, but enjoy my 3 nail arts. Okay, so jumping straight into it, I'm using the Barry M Coconut Infusion Nail Paint in the shade Sunkissed. I have no idea if that shade is still available anymore. It's the lighter brown that I'm using underneath, as in all over my nails. I did 2 coats of that just so it was nice and opaque, and then I'm using the nail paint in Mushroom. So this is this darker brown shade. Both of these shades I'm unsure if they're still available, but to be honest, it's just 2 shades of brown, so it's not, you know, it's not that big a deal, it's not that big of an issue. But what I'm doing with this deeper brown is I'm kind of just creating these quite organic brown blobby circular shapes. I don't want them to be perfect circles, but I don't want them to be too large, I don't want them to be too misshapen. Just kind of a very organic circle like a cheetah print would have. And as you can see, I'm kind of just doing this on weird slants, and you'll see in a minute why. I'm using the black nail paint. I think this is just literally just the original black nail paint in the shade black, but now they have the jelly one, which is Black Forest, I think. I don't think they have this black nail polish anymore, but to be honest, it's exactly the same. It's just a black nail polish. And as you can see, I'm using the dotting tool to create 3, again, very organic, smaller, blobby, circular sort of print around that brown circular blob. We're doing a lot of blobs, a lot of organic blobs. And I did this all on a slant because I just think it looks really cool and a bit effective, just having some cheetah print like slashed across the nails, almost as if I've dipped my fingers in cheetah print rather than being all across the nails. Obviously you can do that if you really want to, but it just will take a little bit longer. I've certainly done that and it's lovely, but it just does take quite a while. So as you can see, just using the dotting tool to just quite, like I said, organically place 3 blobs, not touching each other, like there's never be a break in between the blackness, so it's not a ring. Don't create a black ring around the brown, otherwise it would just look kind of weird. So if there's not enough space for 3, just do 2 larger ones, and then in between each kind of blob, then you can mark or print. You can just kind of do these tiny little black marks, and I like doing this just to fill the space, make it look a little bit more printy rather than just kind of dotted brown and black blobs. I like to just really bring it together with a little bit of dark dots in there. And yeah, it's kind of really self-explanatory. As you can see, what I'm doing on the screen is pretty easy once you get the hang of it. It's not actually as hard as you might think. Like I said, I like doing it on a slanted position like this and just doing the tips because I think it looks really cool. But you can do it however you like, but this is just how I do cheetah print. I just find this is the easiest way for me to achieve this look. You can also do these at different colours. I've definitely done that before, so you can use a really, really pale baby pink as your base. So instead of having really pale brown like I've got, you could use a really pale pink and then like a really bright pink for like the dots, and then a really deep pink for the, like, as a replacement for the black, so you can definitely play around with the colour selection. I did that with the lime green and it was gorgeous. So yeah, I had like lime green, a more neutral green as the blobs, and then a really dark foresty green as the black surrounding parts. So play around, have fun with it, and yeah, there you go. So applying my top coat now. I love a good top coat. This is just an Ollie top and bottom coat. It's just, I'm not really precious about top and bottom coats, but I do think they're important when you're doing nail art because it just kind of seals it all in and stops it chipping or anything like that. And there you go, that's the first nail art we've got. It's the cheetah print. I absolutely love this. It's really easy for me to achieve. I can do this in about half an hour and I just bloody love it. I think it looks really cool and it goes with any outfit going. Like I said, you can play around with the colour selection, short or long nails, though I do prefer this look on longer nails, but that's that look. On to look number 2. I've just painted my nails with the M Coconut Infusion shade. I think it is just Laguna, though I'm not too sure because the bottle's kind of rubbed off, so I think it's Laguna, that shade. But just like a nice pale blue. It doesn't really matter with this sort of design what you have on the base. I just like to have a bit of more paler shade just because I find it makes what I'm going to be doing here, the daisies, pop a little bit more. I'm using a white shade. This is just the M matte white, but the next one available I think is the shade Cotton, I think it is. Yeah, Cotton in the jelly formula. And what I'm doing is I'm just taking the dotting tool and I'm creating daisies by creating a dot in the centre and then 5 dots around that one dot, if that makes any sense. So the one dot in the centre and then 5 kind of around it, but all joined up. It does look a little bit weird, like a little bit like clouds, but then when you get the centre of the flower in, it just makes so much sense. So I am doing these white, just because I think these look kind of cute, all white, and the blue, just all like ditzy print. I thought it was quite cute. And yeah, as you can see, just using that dotting tool to create the flower shape. I'm then going into this orange shade. This is the Coconut Infusions shade in Flip Flop. This is the orange shade in Flip Flop, and I'm literally just doing the dot on top of that centre dot that we originally did. The reason I did the whole thing white to begin with is because I find that then the shades then really pop. I'm doing orange. You could use a yellow. I was going to use a yellow, but then I couldn't find my yellow paint, so I'm using this orange shade in Flip Flop, and that's the Coconut Infusions. I'm then just taking this glitter, which I'm being a terrible YouTuber and I forgot what this glitter is. It is the Majestic Sparkle. I have no idea if they do this, but this isn't really necessary. I just quite liked adding a little bit of glitter to the centre of these daisies, and I think these look really, really cute. I just like the way they kind of sparkle in some lights, and then other lights you don't really see them, and other lights they just look orange, just like the centre colour. I don't know, I just liked dotting a little bit of glitter on top of them really. And then of course locking it in with a top coat, especially because I've got the glitter on, and this is what it looks like. Hopefully you can kind of see in the light the glitter sparkling. I'm not even too sure that you can, but you could in real life. And it was just cute. I just quite liked the little touch. Actually they look like fried eggs, looking on the camera right now. They look like fried eggs. That's not the look I was trying to achieve. And just like the cheetah print, you could do a different colour of daisy. So on my right hand I did the pink daisies using, what shade is that pink? It is the shade Pink Punch. And then I just did the same with the orange and the glitter on top, so you can change the colour of the daisies, because I thought the other ones kind of look like eggs, so I thought I'd just show you a different colour flower. I just think this looks really nice. You could do all different colours of flowers, like you could do loads of different colours instead of just one colour across the hand, but It's just like a really easy nail art, and I just think it looks really cute and very spring summer appropriate. But like I said at the beginning of this video, you could actually just change this up and do loads of white dots with snowflakes on a blue background or something, I don't know. And then for the final one, we're going to go into Pink Punch and Green Berry, both from the Jelly High Shine range from Berry M. And as you can see, I'm just blobbing on some colour. I've got a very tiny pinky, so this was a bit difficult for me, and I blobbed way too much of the pink on. But you kind of want to go for a 50-50 kind of spread on this. And then I'm taking that really fine brush on one of my dotting tools and dragging and swirling all the colours together, but not kind of into one another too much. And you might see me take the brush away every now and again, and I'm kind of just wiping that brush off. Sometimes I just do it with my thumb, or I have a bit of paper handy, and it's just so that I don't transfer the colours too much, otherwise it can just look a bit like a mushed up mess. And you want to drag this really, really lightly. If you don't have a brush like I've got, it doesn't matter, you can just use a toothpick. I used to use a toothpick all the time, just really, really lightly. It just does take a bit more time, but that's absolutely fine. And I would recommend, if you were to do this with other colours, to pick two, like, know your colour theory a little bit. Don't pick two colours that will make a brown yucky colour unless that's the vibe you're going for, because I've definitely done that before and the swirl just isn't as nice. As you can see here, the two colours that I've gone for, because they make this nice purple, when it does get mixed up a bit too much, it does still look nice because of that purple. It's a really cute colour, I think, anyway. And you can just add to this little tiny bit, blob by blob. Here on my middle finger you can see I've got a little bit too much pink, and I would have liked a bit more green, but you know, I can do that if I want to go back in. But the trick is just to cover up your natural nail underneath with a few blobs, swirl it all around. If you really wanted to, you could paint your nails underneath first to just cover up your actual nail bed. You would need to do less swirling. And then of course I just clean everything up as well afterwards with just a little cotton round Q-tip thing, whatever you call them, cotton buds, a bit of my nail polish remover, and just clean up the nails. And to be honest with you, that's pretty much done. I just sort of paint on top of the top coat, touch up anything that needs to be touched up, and it's done really. So yeah, that's kind of my tie-dye swirly nail art, and that's the last one. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. I know these are only 3 little nail arts. If you want to see any more, I'm more than happy to do so. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I hope you've enjoyed. Don't forget to give me a good old thumbs up if you have. Subscribe if you haven't already. Ring the bell so you'll be notified of all the videos that I upload. I upload every single week, and you wouldn't want to miss out on more content from me. Get nailing, guys. Actually, no, that sounds dodgy. Get nail arting. Have fun with your nails. Do some nail art. See you in the next one. Bye.